So I just became an empty nester in May. So I'm trying to find my new routine with just my husband and I and the dogs. I work as a nurse at the VA hospital. So I do that. So I typically get up in the morning when I'm good. I like my morning workouts. So before I kind of fell a little bit, I would get up every morning, I would work out, I would eat my breakfast, make my lunch, and go to work, and that would be done. And then I would come home, and sometimes I would do a second workout, and then sometimes I don't. But I'm kind of trying to find a new routine right now because my whole life is changing, and I'm just trying to get back a lot of what I lost before.
Totally. How'd you find LadyBoss?
I was working my second job. Because I work in a clinic, I don't get a lot of hands-on with my nursing skills. So I work part-time home health care. And I was sitting there on a Friday night, working 5 to midnight, and my client was sleeping. And I was just sitting at the table, and I was scrolling through Facebook. And, obviously based off of your Google search stuff, that's the ads that pop up. And I see Kaelin, and she's like, "Do you want to know the 3 secrets to weight loss?" And I'm like, okay, if you've got secrets, I'm willing to listen. And then I just started watching her video, and then I got more into it, and I got more into it. And I was like, all right, well, it's worth giving a shot. So I did the 7-day free trial, got my email right away, got connected to the Facebook page and the trainer, and I'm like, wow, this is like really cool. And then as soon as my week was up, I went and I signed up for the Lifer right away. So
before you started LadyBoss, what were some of your struggles, the things that kept you from reaching your goals at that time?
I think it was just putting everybody else before me. My husband, my kids, work, just life. I've never, my oldest daughter's 24 years old. I had my first baby at 20. I just went through everything, and my whole life was devoted to my kids, and I was a single mom for 10 years before I met my current husband, and so I was on the back burner, and I'd lose some weight, and I'd gain some weight, and I'd lose some weight, and I gained some weight. So I've been on this teeter-totter for so long, and I finally just you know what, this is just, my husband loves me for what I look like now, and that's just how it's gonna be. I've tried weight loss pills, I've tried Atkins, but okay, let's be real, I love my carbs, so that didn't work. I've tried, I even was so close to trying that, I think it's called Ally, but then when I read the may cause anal leakage, yeah, not even going there, because I knew. It's like I knew in my head I was already going to cheat, so I don't know. I don't even know. It's weird that I had that mentality, but even that didn't click anything.
You're a nurse, you said?
Yes.
And you're like, no on that.
Right. Exactly.
All right, so what was your tripping point or your breaking point? What was the thing that made you say this needs to change?
I don't know. I was just tired. My husband and I just moved to North Carolina 6 years ago, and I'm experiencing all of this stuff. And we'd go, just something simple as, going out to the Outer Banks and climbing the lighthouse. I was having to pause halfway up and catch my breath and I don't want to be like that. I'm this has got to give. Something has got to give, and I hated myself. And I kept telling myself, I kept telling my husband, I'm broken. You can't fix me. I'm broken. Sorry. I said a lot of stuff happened to me where I completely signed off love. I completely signed off marriage. I completely signed off everything. I was content for it being me and my kids for the rest of my life, and until it was just me, and then I didn't know what I was going to do. But yeah, that was, I don't know if I had a specific aha moment, but it's just not being able to keep up and always trying to be in the back for pictures, and I hated it. My husband's an athletic person. He's got a good build, and I'm just why are you with me? You're hot. Why are you with me? But, so yeah.
So, what was your desire? So, maybe you didn't have an aha moment per se, but when you're in that time of your life where you're feeling not good enough, and when you were struggling to keep up and hiding in photos and stuff, when you started, what were you like? Where did you want to be? What was your vision for yourself?
My vision was just to be, I don't know if I want to use the word athletic, but I wanted to love myself. I wanted to feel good about myself. I wanted to feel sexy for my husband. I wanted, because it's like we were going to be empty nesters, come time this year, and I just didn't want that flame to burn out. Like we've only been married for 7 years. Like we still have that flame. We still have the passion. We still have the intimacy, even if it's just holding hands. I mean, I don't ever want to lose that. And I wanted to feel good. I wanted to feel sexy for my husband.
So that was externally, of course, right? Like on your outward self. Internally, what were things that you were wanting to change, or did you think you needed to change?
Definitely my mindset. Like there was so many things I've just blocked out, and I think I was like almost self-sabotaging, because it would just, like, food made me feel good. If I was hurting, food would make me feel good. If I was stressed, food would make me feel good. And then I was like miserable, and I'm like, why are you watching this? And I'd be watching like 600 Pound Life on TV, and like I would instantly go and grab a bag of cookies or a bag of, or like Oreos are my nemesis. I cannot have them in my house. But I don't know, it was so weird. I just hated myself on the inside. Yeah.
Mindset, for sure.
Definitely mind.
So what were the small things you started doing in the beginning when you got your trainer app and you're like, okay, I'm going to start doing this? Where did you start?
I started with nutrition, because I'm like, I can't just change overnight. Habits don't form overnight. It didn't take me this long to get here. So I kind of just, like, I really studied the trainer, and I kind of followed the meal plans. And I think that first week I tried to follow Kaelin's meal plan to the T, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't like this. I love this. I don't like this. And then just messing around with the trainer and finding the different sections, like, okay, well, I can swap this out for this, and I can swap this out for this. And that's how I did it. And then when that happened, then I was like, okay, I'll start working out. I still was terrified of the gym, but I had a Beachbody on demand. So I was like, well, there's like lots of workouts on there. So I started out doing like 21-day fix, kind of low impact. It's only 3 weeks long. Maybe by that time I'll have formed enough of a habit and get the courage to go to the gym. And I did. So, and then I started like 3:30 morning workouts. I was at the gym until like 5 o'clock, and the measurements, the progress pictures, everything just started to come alive. And then I could see my mentality changing. And then I was noticing myself, all of a sudden now I'm taking selfies. And then, it was, I don't know, it was crazy. Started with nutrition and worked my way up, and it was great. Yeah, it was great.
Let's see, where are we? Okay. What, after starting your journey, so you're going along, you start having your mindset change, start feeling better, and then things always come along. Like right now, you have a new challenge. So what were some of the roadblocks you faced along the way?
My whole family wasn't eating exactly how I was eating. So I was still trying to focus on me, focus on work, focus on making something my husband would like to eat. My kids were old enough where they could fend for themselves if they didn't want what I wanted or what we made. And then just a lot of roadblocks. Like my schedule changed, and somehow I had a huge roadblock after Live last year, and that kind of like it threw me off big time. I was going really, really strong, and I was in the best shape of my life. And the following summer, like we went, Tamara, who I met through LadyBoss, was on vacation and came through North Carolina, stayed with us for a few days. We went up to the beach, and we went to lighthouses. And I almost sprinted up the entire lighthouse, and it felt so good. That was before Live last year. And then Live was amazing, and it was breakthrough, and I like hit things, like things opened up that I never thought would do. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna kick butt, like I got this new energy, like everything's gonna be great. And as I was checking out of the hotel, I got a phone call at 3:30 in the morning that my sister had passed away. And it really, really threw off my journey, because I didn't know it at the time, but I'd go home and I'd like unpack and wash my clothes, and then I was repacking to turn around and fly back home to go to a funeral. And then, you know, you're eating fast food and you're eating funeral food and you're eating this, and okay, 5 pounds comes back on. And then I'd go home and I'd start to work out again, but then my mind would instantly go to that phone call. And then another day would come and I'd start working out, and my brain would go to that phone call. And I'm like, what is going on? You know, I just can't get back into it. Like, I just had the most amazing experience at Live. Like why can't I get back into this? And I was still trying to eat okay, but I was talking to one of the psychologists at work, and I don't even remember how the subject got brought up. And he's like, you got the news at LadyBoss, so your brain is remembering. He goes, you're tying the two together. So then it became a big mental thing. Like, I had to really overcome my mental mindset. So that was in October. Fast forward through funeral, vacation, holidays, maybe an added 15 pounds. But then I was starting to find myself again. And then in May, it was on May 6th, I joined a challenge at the gym. It was a 16-week challenge. It was like boot camp style classes. It was amazing. The day that I joined that gym, or the day that my classes started, was my sister's birthday. So it was kind of like, this is my rebirth on her birthday. And then I got the news on October 10th, right before Live, the day that we were driving to South Dakota and getting off the plane and going straight to the funeral home to plan my sister's funeral. I get an email that I'm an angel. So I'm like, it's like all these dates, I'm like, this is like, it's like everything is like turning the bad memories that happened with my sister into like all these rebirths. And it's like, so the past year, like, it's been a big, big, big emotional roller coaster, but like I'm back and I'm strong and I can't wait, and I'm like super pumped, and yes.
It's awesome that you're able to see that those challenges are opportunities for growth.
It took me a while, but I got there.
Yeah, exactly.
I got there.
Cool. What goals have you achieved with LadyBoss, or how have some of the tools or resources within the program helped you?
I mean, like, just easy. I mean, just as simple as like the lean. I mean, I know we don't need supplements, but they help. I love the lean. It's super quick. It's super easy to grab a shake. I keep a magic bullet at work so I can make shakes on the go. The trainer is so convenient. I totally lost where I was going. Meal plans, the meal prepping, just everything has been good. I don't even remember your question. I'm just keep rambling.
What was my question? What were some of the goals that you've achieved?
Yeah, so my goals, just to stay focused mentally. You know, I'm getting that mentality back, and even and the confidence. Like, I don't even realize it subconsciously, but like my husband is telling me all the time. He's like, you are so much more outspoken. You're not that shy girl in the corner anymore. He's like, if somebody upsets you, you let them know. You know, if there's a conflict, instead of running from conflict, you face it and you deal with it. And that was, because before, like, I hated conflict, I hated confrontation, I hated anything. I was just like, I was a people pleaser. So I'm like, I'm gonna do my own thing, I'm gonna be in the corner, you just said all this stuff, but instead of telling me you hurt me, I'm gonna go cry in the corner. You know, or I would get so incredibly mad that it would make me cry because I wouldn't talk about it. So my husband has told me that, you know, people have told him, you know, your wife is amazing, she's such an outgoing person, like she's amazing. And he tells me this, and I'm like, what? And he's like, well, I told him you didn't used to be like this. You know, so even my husband is like spreading the word of LadyBoss, like, because he can see, and that means a lot to me, like he can see even if my physical transformation hasn't been traumatic, like I've probably lost 30 pounds and I've gained like a lot of muscle mass, and muscle memory is incredible. But my mindset is so different. Like I can set a goal and I know I can reach that goal. Like and I know it's like baby steps. You know, you hit one goal and then you make a new one, and then you hit that goal and then you get a new one, and it just becomes addicting, and it's enjoyable, and I love challenges.
So, what do you think other women just like you need to hear?
I think that people need to just go for it. You've got absolutely nothing to lose except for weight. You're going to gain self-confidence. You're going to gain friendships that will last forever. I have met my best friends through this program that I never would have met otherwise. I get along better with like guys than I do girls, because a lot of girls are cliquey. I'm not trying to say bad things about anybody, but there are a lot of women, or at least in my experience, you know. I mean, I was always the girl that got picked on growing up, or got made fun of, or was the nerd, or was the hand-me-down girl, or, you know, but just coming in this group and seeing the positivity and just meeting the connections, and like, do it. Just do it. Just take that step. I mean, I had my profile picture on Facebook from last year. I took a picture in front of that big sign that said, I had my breakthrough at LadyBoss Live. I think that's what it says. And I changed my profile picture to that, and I did where you could make a text on it, and I just put one click that changed my life. Like literally, it was one click that changed my life, and it will be forever.
Awesome. What is your favorite part about being a lady boss?
The tribe. The swag's pretty good. But the tribe of women, Kaelin, Brandon, the community, the events, I don't know. I can't pick just one thing that's my favorite. It's amazing. It is a program, and I never call it a diet. I never call it a weight loss plan. It's a program. It's a lifestyle. It's a fitness group. It's, you know, like this weekend, everyone's like, where are you going? I'm like, LadyBoss Live. They're like, what is it? I'm like, it's a fitness conference. Like I didn't know how else to describe it. I'm like, so it's, you know, and now getting my wings, my angel wings, I'm just like, I'm getting myself back. I fell, but I got back up. You know, it's a lifestyle that you don't feel like you're on a diet. You know, and I think that's probably the best thing. That is the best thing, because you can modify any of your favorite recipes into something healthy. And even if it's not healthy, you can modify it to be healthier. You know, so it's amazing.
Totally. So this is your last question. What does being an angel in the community mean to you? I know it means a lot. So.
Oh my gosh. When I first got that email the other night, I read it because I was still awake, because I was too excited to come to live, and we were leaving at 3 a.m. But when I got that email at 12:15 a.m., I'm just like, who's emailing me this time of day? And I read it, and I went, huh? And I was like, and I read it again, and tears start forming in my eyes. And then I go look at the Facebook page, like the LadyBoss page, and just because I thought it was a mistake, just because of the time that I had fallen. You know, so I wasn't as active in the group. I was still like doing everything with other people. I just wasn't making posts for myself anymore. But I was still in, you know, and so I seen other people like posting all their screenshots, and I'm like, okay, maybe this is real. And then I just started bawling. But it was like happy tears. And I'm like, this was my goal like a year ago. Like, I wanted to be an angel. I wanted to be that person that could help other people and give them direction and answer questions. And it's, I don't know. For some people, it might not mean a lot, but just to be a LadyBoss angel is like it's an honor. Like, it really is an honor, because it makes me feel like the work that I've done, or even the mindset that I've had to help other women, it's been recognized and it's been noticed, and here I am.